Like, if you pay attention to her combos, everything is super dodgeable. The only thing is they hit very hard. Using the Elden Ring boss arena mod, the goal is to beat at least 4 of 7 random bosses, each in under 5 minutes on New Game Plus 7 difficulty. Each run will consist of a random weapon, armor set, and spirit summon. Although, if a spirit summon is used during a kill, it only counts half a point towards my score. Now that we know the rules, let's get into it. Okay, so our weapon for this run is the Sword of Darkness. Last run we used the Sword of Light, so that one did pretty well for us, so hopefully this one does the same. And our Fashion Souls for the run is Melania's set, which does some damage reduction, but thankfully it's pretty light too, so we should be able to dodge pretty well. And our summon, if we need to use it, is Night Maiden and Swordstress Puppets, which honestly don't know anything about it. I feel like they'll probably do some decent damage and not be very tanky. But if we run into a boss where we need to use it, we'll find out. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and start the timer for the first boss, and at 5 minutes, we'll jump into it. Is this a duelist? Nope, it's Zamor. Ancient Hero of Zamor. All right, pretty solid damage. I was like, I know I can get some hits in during that animation, so I need to make sure I actually do that. Ooh, I thought it was going to be like a cone attack out front. Was very mistaken. Yeah, I thought that's what it was going to be. Okay, he's getting pretty low. Still need to be careful, because he can take us out very quick. Oh, that's the explosion. Yep. Okay, couple more hits. Cool. I was like, one more big one, I'm going to risk it. But cool. First point of the run. All right, let's start the timer again. 1 point down, 3 to go. And off to boss number 2. Okay. Our nice little Crystallian duo. As usual, we're going to go for the spear guy first. I don't like these, like, this weird uneven terrain. Come on, just poise break. There we go. Let's take him down quick. The other one's just spinning around, so he's letting us take it down with no trouble. Okay, that poise break should be coming soon. Yep, there we go. Okay, now we'll be able to interrupt any spell it casts, so we're in the home stretch of this now. I wanted to use my Ash of War. Can I now? There we go. Okay, so another pretty easy fight, and boss 2 down and point 2 acquired. All right, starting the timer again for boss number 3, so we'll jump into that shortly. Only 2 points left we need to get. Ooh, this is the first time I've gotten Melania. And actually fitting, since this is the set I happen to also be wearing Melania's set. Oh, I haven't fought her in a second, though. Like, thankfully, she's not as aggressive as Consort Radahn. But the main annoying thing with her is her heal on hit. I want to try one attempt without using the summons, just to refamiliarize myself with her. And because I also need to see, like, how well I can dodge Waterfowl Dance. Yeah, already under half, and we keep letting her heal back up, which is the worst of it. Honestly, I'm just being greedy because, like, if you pay attention to her combos, everything is super dodgeable. The only thing is they hit very hard. But that's funny. Like, when I got this armor set, I was like, I wonder if I'll actually end up getting Melania, since I have never gotten her in a run. Okay, we got our one attempt in to refamiliarize ourselves a little. So let's get the summons out. Oh, it's the Nox duo. If I would have read the description of the summons, I probably would have learned that. Okay, yeah, if there's 2 attacks of hers that I, like, genuinely need to pay attention to, it's her, like, super drawn out stab and then obviously Waterfowl Dance, because that one where she, like, just does a straight lunge, like, that hits very hard. It's always convenient when I'm talking about a boss's attack and during the explanation they do it. They're like, oh, okay, he's talking about this. Let me show it for whoever's watching him. I was like, I don't know what I was anticipating, but that's probably the first waterfowl dance I've had to try and dodge in a couple months. So I am a little out of practice, some would say. All right, let's get him out again. This is obviously our last attempt, but we'll make a little party of it. What's funny, if I can live long enough to tell this story, the first time I fought Melania, I wasn't using, like I tried to beat her for the first time without summons, and I was doing pretty well, get her into phase 2 consistently, and there was one time there was a handful of times where I almost got her, and this was back when I was still streaming on Twitch, where someone told me to use Mimic Tier, and I was like, no, like, I know I would beat her with Mimic Tier, so I want to try and do it solo. I was like, but I will show you how easy it would be with Mimic Tier, and I was using Rivers of Blood, which also makes Melania a lot easier, but I was like, okay, so I'll show you. So I summoned it, and got her to phase 2, got her fairly low, and I was like, okay, so see, like, the win is right here, so I'm gonna let her kill me so the fight resets, and like I can keep trying solo. And the Mimic Tier walked up and hit her once and triggered bleed, and it was just fight over. So I was partially thankful that the fight was done, but also I was more bummed that I accidentally killed her with Mimic Tier when that truly was not my intention. Oh, waterfowl. Dang, okay. I feel like normally on not New Game Plus 7, if you get hit by one of the cycles of waterfowl, it doesn't like completely clear your health bar, but it seems like here it does. So, okay. Melania is a bust. No point there. Okay, so let's start the timer for boss number 4. We have 2 points and still have 2 more we need to get. Okay, and boss number 4 is going to be Double Watchdogs. I'm probably going to be sloppy and not do this. Like, I just have a feeling that's what's going to happen. Okay, dodge the spells. Yo, Double Watchdogs is actually kind of annoying. Oh, I think that did some damage. Maybe the move is I go for the caster first. That was super dumb. But I mean, this attempt's busted anyway. Like, I'm already out of healing. Yep, okay. But we have enough time to where I can get another attempt in. Okay, need to get my stamina back. Oh, they're both using fire. Can I use this now? I don't know what the range on it is. Okay, the range doesn't seem to be great. Oh, I think I said another tricky thing is going to be I need to, like, manage my stamina. Because obviously with both of these, I'm going to have to, like, run pretty frequently. So I need to make sure that when I go attack, I can run away. Okay, one more jump attack, and we should have the caster one down. Yep, one dog down. Cool. But we got one down. We're out of time, so we do have to be careful. All right, we got this. There we go. Woo. Just had to be a little more patient than on our first attempt. But boss number 4 down, and our 3rd point of the run. Very stoked on that. 1 point left to go. Let's go ahead and start the timer again. All right, boss number 5, 1 point left. Bro. This won't go well. I think I got this. I know I've gotten this fight a couple times. I think this is one of the ones I got in my first run ever. And this is just a disaster. Because as I've explained other times I've gotten this fight, you would think that when there's a bunch of enemies attacking a dragon, and you also go to join in on attacking that dragon, that the enemies would be like, oh, sick, let's team up and take out the dragon. But what happens in reality is they're like, hey, fuck this guy, this is our dragon. And then they try to kill you while also fighting the dragon. But if they would just realize that they do, like, no damage to the dragon, especially compared to us, they would want our assistance. But this is probably... No, I know this is what is going to happen for the remainder of these attempts. So for the sake of you guys, I will see you in 2 minutes. Oh no, Torrent's down. And we're down. Okay. So, like I said 2 minutes ago, exactly what I expected would happen. So no point for boss number 5. So with that, start the timer again, and we'll be off to boss number 6. We have 1 point we need to get. So hopefully one of these last 2 bosses is manageable. Oh, sick. Don't think we've gotten this one before. I mean, I've gotten Tibia Mariners in this run, but I don't think this one specifically. I think it's been mainly the, like, Altus Plateau one. I love that it does, like, it summons enemies, but also does damage to it, or to them. I mean, it'd probably be quicker if I got off Torrent and just used, like, heavy attacks. But trying to go chase him down when he teleports on foot is annoying. But it doesn't matter, because we got him down in barely over a minute. So there is our 4th point of the run. Very stoked. All right, so now we're going to start the timer for one final time. And, yep, let's go ahead and jump into it. Boss number 7. We have 4 points, but let's see if we can get a 5th. Who's this again? How are you compared to the Black Jail Knight? I do not remember you. Doesn't seem to hit as hard. Seems very similar, if not identical. Yeah, may actually be an identical moveset. All right, let's go ahead and bait your heal out. Yep, there it is. Okay. So we got that out of the way. Although, oh, I think maybe the main thing with him, I don't know if Black Jail Knight ever, like, equips the crossbow and, like, one-hands his sword. He might just, like, pull it out whenever he does the ranged attack. So I think that's why this knight sometimes does less damage, because it's one-handing the sword sometimes compared to the Black Jail Knight that is, I think, always two-hands it. I could be wrong, but I don't feel like I remember seeing, like, how this knight has the crossbow in its offhand. I don't think I remember the Black Jail Knight doing that. Which is why ultimately we one-shot you, whereas the Black Knight or Black Jail Knight we did not. But very tight. That is the 7th boss of the run and point number 5. So that concludes this run. Okay, so this weapon, it's pretty identical to the Sword of Light, which is right here, just obviously the dark version, which isn't a bad thing. Both were pretty solid. The summon seemed okay, doesn't do a ton of damage, but I mean, a lot of summons don't. So for certain fights where really you do enough damage yourself, but you want a distraction, these seems like they fulfill that role pretty well, but I don't think a whole lot more than that. So yeah, very fun run, and actually fitting that with us using the Melania set, we actually rolled Melania for the first time. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to toss it a like and subscribe to the channel because these are going to be coming out weekly. And until then, I will see you in the next one.